Hi, welcome to another edition of Weekend Discovery. On today's show, we pay a visit to our good friend, Mr. Fish, Pat Sullivan, and his son Sean for Pat's 75th birthday bash and Pat's official retirement party. Plus, we get a sneak preview of Pat's annual 4th of July celebration in the parking lot across from Kelleher's, happening 1 week from today on the 4th of July. But coming up next, we're going to go to the Peoria Art Guild and learn all about the programs and classes they have. They have something for people of all ages. So stay tuned today for a great show. Weekend Discovery, brought to you in part by TAPS No-Kill Animal Shelter, Fostering Saves Lives, 100 Taps Lane in Pekin, and Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery, 619 Southwest Water Street in Peoria.
Megan Scott, Executive Director of the Peoria Art Guild.
I'm Angela Reisinger. I am the Gallery Administrator at the Peoria Art Guild.
So the Peoria Art Guild is a 148-year organization, a member-based art organization that provides art education and opportunities for professional artists in the downtown Peoria area. We are located off the corner of Southwest Washington Street and Harrison, right where the portal sculpture is located. We provide art education classes to people of all ages. We organize the Peoria Art Guild Fine Art Fair in partnership with the Peoria Public Parks Department. And we also organize and manage Sculpture Walk Peoria, which is located along Southwest Washington Street.
So we offer a wide variety of classes for all ages. We've had kid, teen, and adult classes going on. We offer different mediums such as ceramics, printmaking, weaving, letterpress, painting, just all sorts of different mediums across all those age groups. And this summer we're actually having a program where we offer free classes for students who are in District 150 in Peoria.
So in addition to that, we have a Mentor Arts program, which is for juniors and seniors in high school. They apply, only about 10 to 15 are admitted to the program every year, and they spend 16 weeks learning from professional artists in the area, creating a portfolio of their own work, and then ending their program with a capstone exhibit in our gallery space. There is research that demonstrates that having access to art education actually promotes reading scores and math scores and raises those scores and aptitude for problem solving and learning and the ability to just be creative and innovative. So because we strongly believe that everyone can be an artist, our goal is to make sure that people can tap into that opportunity, whether they're interested in fiber and sewing or painting and ceramics. It's important that all people have access to art education.
So we definitely have people who are older or retired coming in to take classes. It's really cool because a lot of these people have worked most of their life, and now that they're retired, they're looking for things to do, or they say that they liked art as a child and then kind of lost it once they were working full time. So for us, it's a chance for them to rediscover their love for art or to be able to pursue hobbies more full time or to strengthen their skills. I had a student that said that they've been interested in printmaking over the years, but they were never able to pursue it the way they would have wanted. So now that they're retired, they had more time to come in and work in the studio.
We like to call it bringing people back to their art kid era, because as a child, you do creative things and you color and you draw and you experiment without any inhibition. You have that creativity, you have that ability to just reach out and express it. But as you become an adult, you lose that. You don't have the time, you don't feel like you have the skill, you don't think of yourself as an artist. But at the Art Guild, we like to make sure that even our adults in the community are able to get back into that opportunity to create and be innovative.
So we have 2 spaces in our gallery that have monthly exhibitions. So every single month we swap them out, which is really exciting because each month we can see up to 2 or more artists. Sometimes it's an individual artist having a show on their own. Other times it's even groups. So we've had groups such as Mid-Illini, which is high schoolers, our member show, which is a showcasing of our members and their art. This month we even had 2 artists that had their first solo show, which was very exciting. Another great thing about our exhibitions is they're free and open to the public, so anyone can walk in and take a look at the art, which is really exciting.
So this summer we have our Art Without Boundaries program, which Angie spoke of, offering free classes to kids in Peoria public schools. So we have a lot of art classes going on during the summer because we know people have some time to spend. We also have our Sculpture Walk Peoria. We just installed 8 new sculptures along Southwest Washington Street last month. And so the official 2026-2028 Sculpture Walk Peoria has opened. We have opportunities to see the Sculpture Walk Peoria with our volunteers who take people on tours regularly on Saturdays, or people can join one of our sip and stroll events where we feature a local bar or restaurant in the area who comes in and creates cocktails and drinks themed around our sculptures, and then we take people on a tour of the Sculpture Walk. And then finally, our massive, biggest event of the year really is the Fine Art Fair in September. And we're very excited that this year we are featuring a local Peoria artist who is also a member of the Peoria Art Guild as our poster artist. So this is really the first time we've ever had a call to artists specifically for artist members to be featured on our Fine Art Fair poster, which also is part of our big community mural, which is always posted on Washington Street and is created during the Fine Art Fair. And then I guess really the last thing is we will be doing as part of our annual fundraising event, we will be doing a Bob Ross themed Bobtober party in October on Bob Ross's birthday, October 29th. So we're working with Art at the Bodega, who has a certified Bob Ross art instructor, and she will be leading some short classes, and we'll be having costume contests and things like that. So it is going to be a really fun year at the Art Guild. I think one of the most interesting but also important things about the Peoria Art Guild is not that we've been here for a long time, because we have. We're about to celebrate our 150th anniversary. We're currently on our way to raise $150,000 so that we continue our legacy of bringing art to the community. But I think it's the fact that we uplift not only our local artists in our community who go on to be famous artists who exhibit in museums in Texas and South Dakota and all around the country. Catherine Crawford is a big member of the Art Guild who's exhibited here and all over the world. And John Heitzman, active member and volunteer with the Art Guild, has been for almost his entire life. Also had massive exhibits, was just shown in a museum not that long ago, and then we had his work here in January. So beyond that, we also bring artists in from around the world, mainly through Sculpture Walk Peoria, but also the Fine Art Fair. Last year, our Fine Art Fair Best of Show winner was a fiber artist, which is the first time we have awarded a fiber artist in probably about 5 years. And this person lives in Minnesota, but immigrated to the United States from Peru, brings all his fibers in from Peru, and makes these beautiful tapestries. And then we have an artist from Zimbabwe who immigrated here and carves all of his work from stone that is brought in from Zimbabwe. And not only does he have a sculpture here, right around the corner from us right now, I just realized the other day he actually has a sculpture permanently exhibited in the Atlanta airport. So there are things that we don't know, that people don't understand about how we bring the quality and professionalism and the work into our community, which is so different from other communities across the country. Having lived in a town about the size of Peoria, I would have never thought that we would ever be capable of bringing this caliber of artwork and these opportunities to people to really experience the wonder of art in Peoria that is also displayed all over the world. Even next week, we have an artist coming in from Colombia. She's visiting Bradley University, but in partnership with her, she has created 3 workshops specifically around narrative textiles and storytelling through embroidery. Who would have thought that we would bring somebody in like that who had that experience and expertise, and we get to offer those classes for like $5 a piece because she can't take any money because it's for her PhD program, and all we have to pay for is the supplies. So it's great that we are here and we've been here forever, but I think what we forget and we kind of take advantage of is the fact that we've built this community beyond just the Art Guild, beyond just the warehouse district, that is far beyond what any other town about the size of Peoria would ever experience. You can find out all the information about our classes and events and other things and activities that are going on our website at peoriaartguild.org. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, or come on downtown. We are open Tuesdays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then on Saturdays, we're open from 9 to 2. And oftentimes we're here those other 2 days too, but for sure we're open during that part of the week. And we have classes in the evenings, classes in the mornings, all sorts of times. And we're just hanging out here downtown on the corner of Harrison and Washington Street.
Thank you for letting us share what we have here, and we hope to see you guys soon here at the Peoria Art Guild.
Hello, how you doing tonight? I am Sean Sullivan, co-owner, or now new owner, of Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery here in Peoria, downtown Peoria in the Warehouse District.
Okay, I'm Pat Sullivan, and I'm retiring. That gives it to him. So he's going to be the new owner and run the whole ball wax, Kelleher's and the JP companies, where we do have buildings for lease, rent, sell, and fix them up for you.
So the party we have today is twofold here. It's his retirement, which has been quite a few decades in the making, and then again, it is his 75th birthday today. So we're celebrating his birthday and retirement all in one big party out here on Water Street.
I got up a couple months ago and I said, I should retire. Everything's going good, Sean's running everything good. I should retire and get out of the way and let things pick up in the new generation. And we've done well over the years. We started this in 1986 and worked our way up, fixing up buildings, creating new streets, creating new vibe down in the warehouse district and downtown, and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, he's been doing this now for 4 decades, and when we came down here in the mid-'80s, it really wasn't what you see now today of the warehouse district. There was no warehouse district, and his vision of coming down here with his carpet company, one of the few companies he started up throughout his life, was down here, and went from the carpet company to buying the buildings and buying another building and keep fixing them up as he's done. And his vision is what he's got him known to be the godfather of the warehouse district because of everything he's done and fought for over the past couple decades to make this area vibrant and what it truly is today. And it really wouldn't be what we have and the fun and all the celebrations throughout the warehouse district if it wasn't for my dad, Pat, doing all this great work. And sometimes it's a long, hard fight with not only the city, but other developers and contractors to make sure everybody gets on the same page and we all move forward together. And he knows a little bit about fighting. He was a boxer when he was young, and if it wasn't for then Officer George Shadid pulling him off the street and taking him to the Boys and Girls Club to get him on the straight and narrow path, I don't know if we'd be here today.
Years ago.
Years and years ago, he'd been there. And so not only was he a member of the Boys and Girls Club, he is the longest serving board member of 36 years at the Boys and Girls Club. And so we've done a lot of charity events for the Boys and Girls Club throughout his entire life, and us being down here at Kelleher's for the past 25 years, because this is our 25th year anniversary here this year. So it's been a great time watching him do all what he does, the magic that he really puts on down here, and his personality that just brings everything to life. And it's been a great honor of mine to be able to watch him from when I was a kid and making me work in these buildings way back when.
Yeah, you got to work, you know.
That's right. He would never let me.
It's not going to get done if you don't start.
That's right. Yep. So I had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in these buildings, and after a couple decades doing another path, I came down here to help him make sure he could retire. And so I was wanting to come down here, work with him again as a second part of my career, and it's been a wonderful time, and he's been a great mentor and a great leader in the community. So it's been wonderful.
Hey, Pat, it seems like you have spent a lifetime giving back and doing things for the community. Now, you mentioned the boxing thing and, of course, the Boys and Girls Club, but in recent years, we have had you on the show helping to coach the Peoria Notre Dame fishing team. And I recall you helping a member of that team who was fighting cancer at the time.
He's doing great, and he's a coach this year. He graduated, and now he's a coach, Dylan. And it's just been a great move, a lot of fun back coaching kids. I had a boxing team for 10 years and went throughout the United States with them, kids that were under 18, and just coaching does something to you. I don't know what it is, but it makes you feel good that somebody's grabbing something that you know. And so we have a good time with the fishing team. They're doing very well. And we got a lot of work to do yet. And I say that, I'm trying to retire, and I'm going to retire, but we got to get these kids off the street. I'm working with the Boys and Girls Club to get these kids off the street, get the gunshots off, get all the mess that they're in put away. They need places to go to get good strength, good thinking and working and so forth, like somebody did with me. They took me and put me in the Boys and Girls Club. They happen to have boxing, and I did well with it. And I would like to get more kids off the street, and I'm gonna work on that for a little while.
That's right. That's right. His next chapter in his life, we always say we have an over/under on what day he's actually really going to retire. So we'll have that bet going on all night. But yeah, no, he's with the Boys and Girls Club, and then he started with the kids with Peoria County Boxing Club back in the 80s, and that's where his coaching really started, was doing that. Now he helped out with tennis over the years as well with my oldest sister, and he tried to help out in the swimming, but he wasn't so keen of the water. He could hit the ball a lot better than he could swim, so I still remember him getting the pool with his little floaties on. Yeah.
I swim like a rock. I can't teach that.
Yeah, so he's been coaching and mentoring kids his whole entire life. And so it's been a wonderful opportunity to see that. And then, you know, that just kind of flows into what he's done with the buildings down here. And again, with the Boys and Girls Club, just keeps things moving forward. He never stops, he never sits still. He's always just fighting to keep get that next generation going. And that's one of the things I love about my dad.
We are celebrating Pat's birthday and Pat's retirement, but 1 week from today, July 4th, we've got another reason to celebrate. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's right, that's right.
Yes.
So this is one of the amazing things my dad has done. So 20 years ago, he started doing this family fun fest with the Boys and Girls
It
Club.
was actually before Kelleher's.
So it's probably 26
years
ago.
Yeah.
And so we have a parking lot across the street from Kelleher's, and he had a great idea because the city does a great job with MWC on putting out the fireworks every year and really lighting up the sky. So we used to come down here as a family back in the early 80s and watch them off the rooftops, and he loved seeing that and thought, hey, how can we benefit the Boys and Girls Club by doing this? So we have the Family Fun Fest, and you can rent a parking spot for the night. It's $250, and Tricia and Bobby will still take, I think there's a couple spots left still that you can still call in and get at the Boys and Girls Club. But everything's roped off. It's great for the kids because we have bounce houses, ice cream, snow cones, all the fun. The kids can just run around and you don't have to worry about it because it is a secure location. And so it's a wonderful time down there, but the most amazing part is over the past 26 years, with this just one event, he has been able to raise over $1 million for the Boys and Girls Club, which is just an unbelievable number for somebody that grew up in, in not the best area and never thought he'd ever see $1 million in his life, but he's been able to raise that and give that back to the community because all that money goes to the tutors for the kids at the Boys and Girls Club. And
that's key.
That's the
key.
biggest part about it.
Yeah. I was born and raised for a few years down the street in Warner Homes. So I always tell everybody if something goes wrong, I can walk home. No, the Boys and Girls Club helps a lot of kids. I really believe in tutoring and have the teachers that are teaching them to tutor, and that gets the kids to a spot where they can continue education. Jim Artis and his group with the ICC, you can go to college for free with them, with their activities of getting kids into college. So we start with tutors and get them out of high school, get them into free college, and now they're working with Bradley and a few other colleges of getting kids in there. So we got a chance to educate them out of their situation. And that's what I think all about.
That's right. So now we got to get to the birthday party and the retirement party so we can celebrate my dad and all the wonderful things he's done over the years.
My name's Amy, and I am the outreach coordinator at TAPS Shelter.
Hi, I'm Tori. I'm the executive director at TAPS.
And I'm Cindy. I'm a volunteer at TAPS.
We are here today, and this is the third annual Tops Off for TAPS Jeep Crawl. It's a big fundraiser that we hold every year, and it raises a lot of money for the animals. Our goal this year is to raise $20,000 for TAPS. We're starting out here at the Mackinac Winery. They've been on board every year with us, and this is always usually our starting place. And Diane is great to work with here at the winery. She donates ducks, and so everybody gets a duck when they register. And all the registration fee goes towards the animals. And then we do a 50-50 drawing at each stop. We also do a poker run, and that also raises money for the animals. We will have raffles at the end at the Moose in Pekin.
Our other two stops are Evergreen Farm Brewing, just outside of Metamora, and Village Tap in Deer Creek. Both family run, and they've been supporters with us for a few years. And Village Tap just puts on a great pulled pork lunch for us and donates the proceeds from that back to TAPS. And just lovely people, all of them. And then we'll hopefully be able to go see some lovely countryside today as we're going around. A little bit gray, but it's going to be dry this afternoon, and it's still pretty. So we're looking forward to that.
Well, we have some adoptable dogs here today to mingle with possible future adopters, and we're all just hanging out before the crawl gets started. I just want to say that the Jeep community is a very powerful community, and I'm very happy that they're supporting TAPS. We cannot run our shelter without events like this, so anytime you support a TAPS event, you are supporting a cat or dog in need, whether it's for medical attention or just trying to help them find their forever home. So Thank you to the Jeep community for coming out in this little rainy weather with us today. Keep an eye on our Facebook page and website for any upcoming future events that you might want to check out and support TAP's doing. We have a ton of small fundraisers all year long, and then we have a few select big ones like the Jeep Crawl where we're here today. So keep an eye on our Facebook page and website, tapshelter.org, to stay tuned and up to date on our upcoming events.